Hi everyone, and welcome to today's Drama Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. So the winner of Character of the Week last week was, drumroll, I need a drumroll button. It was actually a tie between Lulu and Jason. Jason for finally realizing Jake needs help, and Lulu because she's made so much progress, and her and Johnny scenes were just really good. I forgot to remind you on Friday, and I apologize for that. But don't forget, this week we'll be voting for this week's Character of the Week, so keep that in mind, and you can leave your vote in any one of the comments for any one of this week's videos, or Friday. Oh, not Friday, because it's going to be a short week this week for my recaps, or late night uploads, whatever you want me to do, but it is going to probably be a short week. But let's get to today's Drama Hospital recap, so you won't have to wait any longer. At JULEXIS' house, Parker is a woman professor. Plot twist, I know, none of us saw that coming. And she wants to talk to Christina's family. So yeah, that's no bueno, as we say in my industry. So Christina threatened to tell Parker's wife if she didn't get her way, and Christina doesn't want Parker to talk to her family, and Parker's like, well, they already know you're suspended, so what else are you afraid of? And it's like, haha, fun story. And Alexis comes down from upstairs, and Christina is like, oh, we're friends, and Parker's like, I was her professor, and Christina's like, yeah, then we became friends. And Christina lies about getting a ride back to campus with Parker, and Christina tells her that her parents don't know she's suspended. I think she figured that out. She is a professor at a prestigious college. So Parker thinks Christina left negative reviews on the campus website, and word got back to her wife, and she doesn't have any secrets from her wife, and she thinks Christina started this whole smear campaign. So she reads some of the negative comments, some about like her being easy or like failing all the guys and stuff like that. And Christina fights back and says Parker wanted her to proposition her. And Parker's like, I just want you to see your potential. And Christina's like, yeah, at your house with some scotch by the fireplace. And apparently Parker made everything sound really one-sided when she told the dean. And Christina says that it was not one-sided. And then Parker threatens expulsion. At Lante's place, hold your hearts because they're going to fall out of your chest. So Dante seems receptive to what Lulu said up here. And Lulu says, you know, we still have fans that believe in us. Because she's like, I had help with this. We still have fans that believe in us. And I was like, yes, you do. Yes, you do. I'm right here. I'm rooting for you. And then they talk about their first meeting when she shot him down. And then they talk about her dress, and he remembers the significance of it, and even the beer has significance. It's the beer that he bought her at Jake's, like the same brand, but before it was the Floating Rim. So then they talk about her brothers beating him up, and I've already started to cry a little bit. And then they talk about realizing each other's the one, and then Lulu kind of asks him like if she's still the one for him. But then she apologizes for pushing because that's not what the evening's about. And she says she's not going to pretend that nothing's changed, but also everything hasn't changed. And they're still the most amazing people each other knows. And it's just, oh. So when they shut out the world and the distractions, they can see what they still have, and they're still in love, and they kiss, and I'm like, can you feel the love tonight? And then Lulu wants them to take a minute because it's been a while for them, and everything's not falling into place like she thought it would. And I'm like, no, stop that. See, General Hospital giveth and General Hospital taketh away. Usually not that fast. You know, usually takes like 2 episodes. But this time they're like, hey. And usually not with like the same couple. They're usually like, oh, I'll give you this, but then I'll take this away from this other person. But now it's just like, hey, no one's allowed to be happy, including Carly. And I'm offended by that. So being in that bed together made her think of like what broke them apart, and that there's someone else in that bed with them. And I'm like, easy fix, get a new place, buy a new bed. Like, you know, there's ways to fix that. I'm more for the new place thing. Although when Patrick cheated, it was in the house. But anyway, so they Dante says, you know, she was right to put this evening together, but they can't ignore the mistakes or erase what happened, and the hurt is going to stay with them for a while. And I'm like, that's okay. Like, that's why you get professional counseling, or you just take more time. Like, you don't have to make any decisions right now. Please don't make any decisions right now. Please. And then they still love each other so much, but maybe love isn't enough. And I'm like, yes, it is, because you need counseling. Like, go get help. Like, what are you doing? Don't do this. Stop it. Why do I feel like I'm the one getting divorced here? I'm just sitting on a couch watching a TV show. I'm not supposed to be in pain. But let's move on. Or I never will. At the hospital, Franco scheduled Jake an appointment with a therapist, and Jason tells the therapist about the picture and Sam, and then the therapist says she's going to see Jake tomorrow, but their homework is to go home and make Jake feel safe and not confront him about the picture or Sam or anything. At the Metro Court restaurant, Julian offers to get to Olivia to get the mayor to keep the events at the Metro Court, and then Nina inserts herself into the conversation to defend Olivia about the breastfeeding, and then uses a footloose analogy, which I didn't totally hate. I'm not gonna lie to you. Nina says that she's going to use all her resources to back Olivia up, and Olivia then defends Nina against Julian's really insensitive remarks about not being able to have children. Like, he was super out of line. Like, I get that people don't like Nina, but, like, come on, that's below the belt. That I need a new phrase. So Nina offers to give her Crimson as a platform, and Nina's idea is for her to pose breastfeeding in the magazine, and Olivia thinks she's just using her to sell magazines, and then Julian butts in and says Olivia has too much pride to do something so undignified. Excuse me? Excuse me? And Nina fights back, and Julian says Leo will be a laughingstock if he ever finds the picture or it gets, passed around school, this, that, and the other thing. And Julian's protest actually makes Olivia say yes to Nina. So I'm like, high five, Olivia. Nina says that she's going to get together with Maxie and Dylan to compose the shoot, and then, all Olivia has to do is show up with Leo. Julian thinks that it will be embarrassing for Leo in the future, and Olivia says breastfeeding isn't a traumatizing thing, and Julian tries, now Alexis walks in, so Julian tries to get Alexis to back him up against Olivia, but Alexis thinks it's a great idea and thinks they should go full steam ahead. So at a different part of the restaurant, Nina tells Franco her exciting news, but Franco is very distracted by the Jake situation. At Elizabeth's place, Sam has fallen and cannot get up. Someone get that girl a Life Alert. Hey! I am not being paid or endorsed by Life Alert in any way. It is just a commercial I see a lot. So Jason and Liz see that the window's broken, and the sitter is panicked on the phone and says Jake is gone. Who could have seen that coming? Funny story, I was actually called to babysit the other day for the first time in like 2 months when I mentioned. So just saying, you put it out in the universe and it happens. And you know what? I didn't leave those kids alone once, because that's irresponsible. And they have an upstairs, so whatever. I'm better than Madison is what I'm trying to tell you. So she tells them what happened, and Jake left a note that says, I'm sorry, I have to go. Where are you gonna go, kid? You're like 8 years old. You don't have a car. So Sam is slowly rousing from unconsciousness downstairs. Jason runs out to look for Jake with Madison, go different ways up the road. And Liz is to stay there in case he calls or comes back. So now end scene. Christina brings her father up because, she's going to play all her cards. And Parker doesn't want her to squander her potential. And Parker urges her to make good use of her time away from school and figure herself out before her parents figure her out. And I'm like, what are you trying to say? I do not understand. So Olivia is so excited for the magazine and leaves to I don't know, just be excited. And Julian is upset that Alexis supported the idea, and Alexis thinks it won't, the lawsuit won't make it inside a courtroom, that the mayor will settle. So this is actually a good way to keep the fight going if it doesn't see the inside of a courtroom. And Alexis also thinks that the magazine won't sell because advertisers will pull their advertisements from the magazine. And Julian's like, oh, well, I guess then he's okay with I don't know. He upsets me sometimes. I love William DeVry. And Julian, he's been having a pretty good go. But today, not his finest moment. So Nina tells Franco about the breastfeeding issue of Crimson. And Nina says it gives her hope for a child of her own one day. And I think Franco's concerned that this is making her throw back to, like, what she did with Avery. But I don't think it is. I think she's, like, referring to adoption and stuff like that. So Dante and Lulu sit in front of the divorce papers. And I'm like, go to counseling. Give it time. Get professional help. Why are you doing this? What have I done to you? I'm taking this personally. And Lulu tells Dante to be she signs the papers, and she tells Dante to be happy because she can't think of him any other way. And he grabs her and they hug, and she says goodbye, and she cries outside the door. And then he signs the papers and throws the pen, and I feel like I was that pen. That pen was all our collective hearts, okay? Just being thrown against the room, across the room, against a wall, whatever. I'm devastated. I just got divorced, people. So I feel like in his heart, he knows that, like, he did this. It was his lies. Like, he did this. Because, like, he just looks so hopeless. I'm just so sad, everybody. I'm just so sad. All right, let's move on. So Jason comes back and suggests they call 911, and there's a car skidding outside. Oh no! Jake's outside, and there's a car skidding. And is anyone having flashbacks of, like, 4 or 5 years ago? Because I am. And even their promo was like, I can't believe this is happening again. And I'm like, neither can I. So Sam is awake but can barely speak above a whisper. Somebody help Sam, and somebody help Jake, and somebody help Lante. I mean, if you love each other, go to counseling. Like, don't just sign the papers. What are you doing? I'm just taking this very hard. If you don't know, they're my favorite couple. They've been my favorite couple. They've been a staple since I've been watching 2007 and then religiously again. So, yeah, I'm sad. I'm sad, everybody. I'm sad. Are you sad? I'm sad. Maybe not 2007. I started watching in 2007, but didn't get, like, religious with it until, like, 2009, 2010. Yeah, because me and Cassie used to come home from school and watch General Hospital and eat Chinese food. And watch Dante and Lulu. I think I need Chinese food right now. I'm going to go make a call. I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. So Thursday, I might be able to make a video because that's Expo setup. Friday, it's going to be full-fledged Expo day, so there will not be a video on Friday, or it will be very, very late. Let me know if you want, like, a late upload, because I guess then you'll have it all weekend, so I might do that. Let me know, but in any event, I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!